That is Before You Leave from Winter in Love, the latest EP from three-time Grammy Award-nominated recording artist Raheem DeVaughn.
Hey, he's about to take the stage at NJPAC tomorrow night, but he is talking to us first, of course. So good morning to you. Great to have you here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about this new EP, Winter in Love. You released that around Valentine's Day. What was the timing? Are you romantic?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The timing couldn't be more impeccable. I mean, also with the discussion of recording artists like myself and protecting our intellectual properties and what we get paid for streaming, it's like 0.3% right now. As a recording artist, you know, partnering with this company, Even.biz, has allowed myself and, you know, my other comrades in the music industry to be able to, you know, not only receive 80% of the revenue, but you know the payouts are in real time, and in terms of like not waiting for like companies to ration out your money. And, and more importantly, it's the exchange and the connection of myself, you know, with the artist, with the consumer, you know, where the hashtag is buy directly from the artist. So it's been a great experience to, you know, reconnect with fans in this way and super fans, for them to, in some cases, set their own pricing. Almost like a musical NFT situation.
That's interesting.
It's really dope.
I'll never understand NFTs. Maybe one day you can talk to me offline about that.
Yeah.
So you're getting what you deserve, and so are your fans.
Oh yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, it's a difference between, you know, getting a fraction of a penny to now making like $1.25 per stream, which is like, you know, definitely a 10x.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your tour. You're on tour with Ledisi, right?
Yeah, I'm joining Ledisi for the Good Life tour.
Okay.
This is not the first time that, you know, we've toured together, and you know, definitely when I got the call, I was excited to know that we're going on the road. I'll be joining her for 18 dates, and to be, you know, for the first show to be in Newark, New Jersey. You know, being born in Orange, New Jersey, you know, my history growing up, you know, spending summers there with my dad, and just a lot of great memories. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, NJPAC's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, we love NJPAC. It's a great spot. Like, the venue's kind of intimate. What can people expect if they're going?
Oh, it's going to be, you know, a night of euphoria, pandemonium, a lot of memory lane moments, you know, being able to perform, you know, having the catalog and doing the hits. And then again, you know, I couldn't think of a better artist to share the stage with, the incomparable Ledisi, you know. So it's going to be great.
Yeah,
great vibes.
A lot of family coming to see you.
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, can I just ask you a quick question? Because I'm always interested in how people get their career started. Have you always been a singer? Were you always producing music since you were a little kid?
I always, you know, always had the dream, but I wasn't always a singer. You know, I come from very humble beginnings. You know, I worked everywhere from, like, my first job was Giant Food, you know, in Calverton, Maryland. You know, and I worked for
singing in the aisles?
Yeah, singing in the aisles with parcel pickup. I worked for Giant Food. My last job was Tower Records.
Yeah.
You know, in the GW, you know, DC area. I worked loss prevention and telemarketing. I think every job that I had, though, even working at Foot Action at one point, I was involved in customer service. So I was usually the first person to come in contact with the consumer. So I think it definitely prepared me for the job. You know, being able to just, you know, interact, and the personality that I've been, you know, known to have in terms of being able to connect with the fans and the cult following that I've created for myself.
Yeah, and you're also giving back to the community too, right?
Absolutely.
You have this Queen for a Day program over in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
For domestic violence.
Absolutely. That's later on today. You know, for out of love and protection for the women, we don't announce where it is and things of that nature. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. You know, this is the first Queen for a Day spa takeover on behalf of my foundation. Since before COVID, I like to align these things along with my touring schedule. You know, a lot of times I feel like as artists, we can have a reputation for coming in the city and just taking from the city and not leaving anything behind. So it allows me to be able to go in, you know, and touch the people, and you know, create some great memories.
What is
it? Yeah.
The program, what is it?
Well, so what we do is that we, you know, we create this environment. We partner with local organizations on the ground, and we're bringing in women who are transitioning out of very severe domestic violence situations. Some of them are still in shelters and whatnot, and we just give them a day of pampering and loving on them,
that's wonderful.
makeovers, you know, working with local salons on the ground and organizations,
Yeah.
and roll the red carpet out for them, you know.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love that. Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
And best of luck with the tour.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you.